So again, welcome everyone and thank you for joining us today. My name is Emily Densberger and I am with a Time to Heal Cancer Foundation. Joining us today, we have Amy Rue. Amy is a LiveStrong project manager at the YMCA for the greater Omaha area. LiveStrong at the YMCA is a 12-week evidence-based experience program for cancer survivors that is designed to improve endurance, strength, flexibility, and balance. Amy has 20 plus years of experience working at the YMCA. She also holds a BA in exercise science and various health and wellness instructor certifications. Amy, thank you so much for joining us today and just sharing your experience with us in the LiveStrong program.
Thank you, Emily. I'm so happy to be here and excited to talk to you today about something that I'm very passionate about, which is our LiveStrong at the YMCA program. To start out, we're going to talk just about the general exercise recommendations for cancer survivors, kind of cover some benefits of exercise, and then go into talking specifically about the LiveStrong at the YMCA program. So I will advance here. So one quote that I really always like to start out with is from Anna Schwartz. She's the author of Cancer Fitness, which is a book that I highly recommend. It says, exercise can't make your cancer go away, but it certainly can help you look and feel better and have a better perspective and outlook on life, which is what we all are aiming for, right? Getting the most out of our life. So the general physical activity recommendations for cancer survivors during and after treatment include avoid inactivity. So once upon a time after a cancer diagnosis, doctors told you go home and rest, which yes, is important, but also we need to avoid inactivity. So we want to try to continue our normal daily activities and exercise as much as possible during and after treatment. And then returning to normal activities as soon as possible if treatment does cause for a pause in our exercise and physical activity. Be as physically active as your abilities and conditions allow, even if you you're not able to be highly mobile, maybe you're in a chair, there's still a lot of exercises that you can do from a seated position or even a laying down position. And always remember that some exercise is better than none. So our exercise recommendations for cardiovascular exercise. Cardiovascular exercise is anything that's going to get your heart rate up. So you're using large muscle groups and you're increasing your breathing rate and your heart rate. Recommend that we do about 150 minutes of that moderate intense exercise throughout the week, or 75 minutes if you're doing more vigorous intensity. So more high impact things that are going to get your heart rate up even higher. So how this breaks down is that you're doing 30 minutes of exercise per day, 5 days a week. Or if you're doing that vigorous, intense cardiovascular exercise, 25 minutes, 3 days a week. Start slow and go slow, gradually increasing the number of minutes and days. So if you haven't previously been exercising at all, then you don't want to start out right away with 30 minutes, 5 days a week. You want to start with maybe 10 minutes every other day and gradually increase the number of days that you're exercising, and then gradually increase the number of minutes you're exercising. So in addition to cardiovascular exercise, we should also be doing strength training, things that are going to increase our strength, increase our muscles. So we want to perform 8 to 10 exercises for our major muscle groups, and 8 to 12 repetitions of each exercise. So focusing on the large muscle groups of the upper body, the large muscle groups of the lower body, and doing your core strength conditioning as well. You want to do strength training on non-consecutive days. So you need the muscles need a time to recover and repair before we are strengthening them again. However, if we're alternating muscle groups, then potentially you could be lifting weights every day. So some people do legs one day, upper body the next day. So if we're alternating the muscle groups, then you could potentially still do weight training every day. And then flexibility training. Very important to stretch our muscles that we're using for both cardio and strength. We always want to stretch warm muscles, meaning that we need to do a little bit of activity first before we stretch our muscles. So when you do some cardiovascular exercise, that's increasing the blood flow and that's getting your muscles warm. So then we want to stretch them. We never want to stretch cold muscles because then we're more at risk for injuring ourselves. We want to hold those stretches for 15 to 30 seconds, which can seem like a really long time. But to get the most benefit out of that stretch, you want to hold it for at least 15 to 30 seconds. And balance, very important as we age and if we have undergone any sort of treatment, because you're going to see a muscle imbalance in your body. So we want to do exercises that are going to strengthen our core and our legs, because those are the muscles that are responsible for keeping us upright and steady. A lot of times these balance exercises can be incorporated right into our strength training, and it will significantly reduce your risk of falling if you're consistently doing balance exercises. Better balance gives us the ability to move or remain in position without falling and being able to change directions without falling. So we want to do these balance exercises 3 or more days per week. A lot of mindful-based exercise classes will incorporate balance as well as flexibility and strength. So if you think of a yoga class or a Tai Chi class, a lot of those are mindfulness-based classes, but they're also heavy on that balance. So things to consider when starting an exercise program is to make sure that you have clearance from your physician. So depending on where you're at in your treatment, you always want to make sure that your physician is aware, and you discuss this with them first to make sure that they give you the green light. You want to work under the direction of someone who's trained to work with cancer survivors, just so that they can help you maintain the proper form and help you reduce your side effect severity. You want to start small, like we spoke before. Don't try to jump in too much too fast. So start very small and gradually increase your frequency and your intensity and your time, meaning the minutes of exercise. And then, of course, no pain, no gain is not a good motto. So you want to stop doing anything that's causing you pain. So some of the long-term benefits of exercise: when you're doing exercise regularly, it has been proven to reduce your chance of cancer reoccurrence, extend your survival, and improve your quality of life. It also improves your overall heart and lung capacity. A lot of times those can be damaged from cancer treatment. So doing exercise and being able to improve that heart and lung capacity can definitely affect your quality of life. Exercise, when done regularly, can reduce insomnia and depression, really boost your self-esteem, reduce high blood pressure and cholesterol, and then help prevent other health conditions such as diabetes, heart disease, and strokes. And then on the flip side of that, being inactive is a risk factor for nearly all of these things. So if we're not being physically active or exercising, then we have a higher risk of a lot of these. Okay, so before moving on to the LiveStrong at the YMCA program, do we have any questions about the exercise considerations or the benefits of exercise? Okay, well, I'll just keep going then. So what is the LiveStrong at the YMCA program? It is an evidence-based small group exercise program designed to improve endurance, strength, flexibility, balance, and overall quality of life. So it's a small group class, usually consisting between 8 and 12 participants, and it's 12 weeks long, and you work out 2 days a week. Each class is about an hour and 15 minutes long. All of the classes are designed to accommodate participants of varying fitness levels. So if you already have been exercising, and if you're just starting exercising, if you have restrictions due to your treatment that you've had versus someone that has no restrictions. So we design these workouts so that everyone can participate. Every class does have 2 instructors, and that is so that each participant can get one-on-one attention in a group setting. The components of each class include all those things we just talked about as far as exercise recommendations. So we're going to do cardiovascular exercise, we're going to do strength training, we're going to work on balance, and we're going to stretch. Throughout all of that, we allow for social interaction. So everyone in the group is a cancer survivor. So that really creates a bonding friendship experience because everyone has maybe gone through some similar things. The program is offered at no cost to cancer survivors, and you also receive a complimentary household membership while you're participating in the program. And that's because at the YMCA, we recognize that we want all cancer survivors to be able to have access to this program without an additional financial burden. So the program is made available through our Strong Communities campaign, where the YMCA raises money every year to help sponsor scholarships and financial assistance to membership programs, and specifically the LiveStrong at the YMCA program. So once you are feeling confident, you're encouraged to work out on your own in addition to the 2 classes a week. So that's another reason why we want to give you a household membership, so that not only can you come and work out during the class, but then you can start to work out in addition to our 2 classes a week. And we have a wide spread of group exercise classes that are available, and as well as just coming in and doing what you've been learning in class on your own at the YMCA. We also have virtual classes that are available. This is a bank of pre-recorded classes, so they're not live, it's on demand. But if, for example, if it's going to snow a lot and you can't make it to the YMCA, you can log on to our virtual YMCA using your YMCA account number and then have access to a bank of classes that you could participate from home. The primary goals of the program are to increase your muscular strength and your endurance, increase your cardiovascular endurance, improve your flexibility, and restore balance. Direct results from those main components of the program. Our secondary goals are to help you reduce your side effect severity, improve your energy, improve your body image and self-esteem, and then just provide that space to have that social interaction and peer support. Great friendships are usually formed out of this program, giving each other support, talking about side effects that they're suffering from chemotherapy, neuropathy, chemo brain and neuropathy, and just being able to really support and brainstorm and provide support with each other. Our long-term goal for the program is that we provide you with the tools and the confidence to continue exercising after the program ends on your own. So we don't want you to continue to have to rely on a personal trainer. We want you to have the confidence and the tools to be able to work out on your own. We want you to find something that you enjoy doing. So not everyone enjoys the one thing. We want to introduce you to a lot of different things that are available at the Y, so that you'll find something that you enjoy doing and will continue doing after the program ends. We do have a lot of group exercise programs at the Y, so that's another community that we like to introduce you to. And if you enjoy those group exercise classes, then that's another community social group that you'll be able to get into in addition to the LiveStrong at the YMCA program. So just a little bit about our instructor qualifications, so that you know that the instructors, kind of what they've had to go through in order to be able to teach the program. All of our instructors and staff at the YMCA are CPR and AED certified. And then as a LiveStrong at the YMCA instructor, you are first a nationally recognized personal trainer or group exercise instructor. In addition to that, our instructors are required to go through an online course that is really an educational course about diagnosing cancer, the different types of cancer, staging cancer, just a lot of like going back to school and learning about cancers. And then they have a 16-hour in-person instructor training, and then an additional 1-hour lymphedema online training. So there's a lot that goes into getting our instructors trained. So we typically see instructors that are very dedicated and passionate about the program because of all the things that they've had to go to become an instructor. Who is eligible to participate in the Livestrong at the YMCA program? Any cancer survivor during or post-treatment. So the definition of a cancer survivor is that you have been diagnosed with cancer. So you can be in treatment, post-treatment. You can be post-treatment 7 years if you want. There's no like expiration date. You just have to be a cancer survivor. You do have to be 18 years of age or older. So it is for adult cancer survivors. A strong personal desire and commitment to attend all 12 weeks. So we want someone who wants to be there, not someone whose spouse is kind of forcing them to be there. So we want to make sure that you have a desire to be there as well. You do have to obtain medical clearance from your doctor, and we actually have a specific form that we give you that you take to your doctor to have them sign. They can give you medical clearance with restrictions. So if they are say, yep, you can participate in the program, but I don't want you doing X, Y, and Z, they can indicate that on the form. You need to be physically able to participate in at least most of the activities. Meaning if someone is wheelchair bound, just how are they in transferring and things like that, just to make sure that you can still participate in the majority of the exercises. And then a willingness to fill out the required forms. We do require an enrollment form that is kept confidential, but with your health history. So we need to know what type of cancer you had and what your treatment was in order to be able to make considerations as far as your exercise program. Just a few quotes about what people have said about the program. This was a rewarding program that helped me gain energy back into my life. I'm able to be a better husband and a better father since I have more energy. It's been a joy to bring more energy home to enjoy my time with my family. I really struggled with my diagnosis of cancer. This experience is the first time I have felt like I could take control of my life back. I was always so happy at the end of each session. Members of the group, as well as instructors, were so kind, positive, encouraging, and supportive. And then this program has greatly benefited me. I have tried things I wouldn't have tried on my own. Everything helped with my goal to make exercise a part of my life. As a younger cancer survivor, exercise will always be a part of my life due to this program. I loved being with other cancer survivors that were all on this journey together. I would highly recommend this program. And then finally, the best thing I have done since my cancer diagnosis. Our current locations that will be beginning classes in February are the Charles E. Lakin YMCA, which is in Council Bluffs, our new Gretna Crossing YMCA, which is out on the Gretna Crossing complex, our Maple Street YMCA, which is located on 75th and Maple, our Southwest YMCA, which is located near 132nd and Center, our Armbrest YMCA, which is located on 168th and Q, and our Westview YMCA, which is connected to the Westview High School, which is located at 156th and Ida. I did drop in the comments a link to our website where you can obtain the specific information, like the days and the times of each of those classes. What questions do you guys have about the Livestrong at the YMCA program? I talked really fast, I'm sorry.
I'm in Lincoln, and I think Lincoln YMCA also has Livestrong.
Yes, they do.
Do all the YMCAs basically work on the same schedule, or?
Yes, so they all of our instructors go through the instructor training and are taught of like the components of the program. So yes, whether you attend this class in Omaha, Nebraska or in Florida, the components of the program should be relatively the same.
Okay.
Yes. So thank you for bringing that up, because if you aren't from Omaha today, check with your local YMCA, because it is offered at other YMCA's in Nebraska and around the United States.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I had a question.
Yeah.
A couple questions. There's no fee to join the Y if we are participating in this program.
Correct.
And then,
Are you in Omaha?
no, I'm actually in Maryland.
Okay, so you'll have to check with the YMCA in Maryland. So not all of the YMCA's offer it at no cost. Sometimes there is a small fee if you are not a YMCA member. But here in Omaha, I should have specified that, sorry, it is free and you get a free membership.
Okay, then the next question, I guess, is the same answer. Once we complete the 12 weeks, if we want to stay at the Y, we'd have to pick up a membership.
Correct. And at some point throughout the program, you'll have the membership director at the Y come and speak to you about what your options are. Typically, there is you get some discounts because you've participated in the program. So they may waive the joining fee, or you may be eligible for a discounted monthly rate.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I also encourage people to check with your insurance. There's two different third-party, the Silver Sneakers program and Renew Active in Nebraska, if you're in Nebraska. And sometimes with your insurance, you're given a membership for free at your local YMCA. So I just always encourage people to check your insurance benefits and see if that's one of them. Any other questions?
Yes, I have two Ys within easy reach. One is in the town I live in. I'm in Iowa. The other one is about 30 miles away. And the last time I checked, neither one had this program. How do I go about, besides requesting the Y to do it? Is there any other information that I could help them maybe want to do this?
Which YMCA?
Charles City, Iowa,
Okay.
and Mason City, Iowa.
Okay. It is a large commitment for a YMCA to bring this program to their Y, because of the desire to offer this program at no cost to participants, and the additional training that is required for our instructors. I know I've been in conversations with some Ys that are close to us here in Omaha more than once, you know, because they want to be able to offer this program, but there's a lot of processes that have to take place in order for them to be able to do that. Because we want to keep the quality consistent across the United States, there is an application process to our YMCA of the USA, and some sort of licensing things that take place. So I would just continue to request it, and, you know, hopefully they'll have the resources eventually to be able to offer this program.
Thank you.
I had a question, Amy.
Yeah.
So today is just an informative sort of situation where you give out all the information and what's required for us to then register, and then actual classes don't start until February. Is that right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
Just because there is the intake process is it takes a little bit of time, because you have to get that
Sure.
medical clearance and you have to give us your health history. We do have you come in and meet one-on-one with the location coordinator, and then the program will start. So we used to start the program in January, but we found that a lot of people throughout the holidays aren't looking that far ahead, right? They're so focused on getting through the holidays that, you know, when January finally comes around, then they start to make those plans. And then it would have been too late because we would have already started. So it is a program where you have to start when the program starts. You can't start late because we do progressive exercise as well as functional assessments. So we do take a baseline assessment the first week and then a post session at the end to measure how much you've improved.
Great. That makes so much sense. And it sounds like it's setting us up for more success than we might have been able to achieve otherwise. So thank you for offering this. That's really important to me.
Yes, you're welcome. Yeah, so a little bit more about that baseline assessment. Some people get nervous about it, but it's really simple. It's just you do a walk test. So we see how far you can walk in 6 minutes. So that then our hope is by the end of the program, you can walk more meters within that same amount of time. So it's a pretty simple, a little quick 6-minute assessment. We have you do a 1 rep max on your upper body and your lower body. So it's just how much weight can you push one time? And then again, by the end of the program, that we hope that you'll be able to push more weight in that 1 rep. We do also have a flexibility and a balance test as well. Any other questions?
If we're interested, you would, excuse me, advise to contact our local YMCA now to get.
Yes, yeah, definitely. If you're interested, contact your local YMCA and find out when they're starting their sessions. If you're not here in Omaha, but if you are here in Omaha, again, great time to contact your Y so that you can start to go through that intake process, and you'll be set up to start that program that first week of February. You can always email me if you're here in Omaha. You're not quite sure which location, you know, will work best for you. Just shoot me an email and I can help you kind of decide which location will be the closest for you or the best time of day for you.
Amy?
Yeah.
I'm looking, excuse me, I'm looking at the registration for my local Council Bluffs Y.
Yeah.
And there's an opportunity to sign up for session 1, which the days don't work. That's on my treatment day. But I'm looking at session 2.
Mm-hmm.
How quickly would I need to sign up for that? There's not an option on the website yet, so I just want to calendar it so I make sure to get that done early enough.
Yes. Really at any time. You can email Sabrina and just say, hey, I'm interested in your second session. We just don't open the registration for that yet. But yeah, that one will start mid-May.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I just had a clarification question, Amy, too. So this is an information session, so the ball is in our court. In order to initiate participation further, we need to contact the local Y that we wanted to attend, right?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Great. Well, Amy, thank you again so much for taking time to share this awesome information about the program. And thank you everyone again for taking time out of your morning and your weekend to join us. Please feel free to check out our website. If you need to come back to this video, we will have it placed on our website early next week, as well as the slides that Amy has shared with us today. So you can have that for future reference as well. Great. Great. Well, I hope everyone has a fantastic rest of your weekend, and please stay warm out there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.